They had six. Isaac breaks the hymen. That's his wife now. He love her to death. He love her very much. Um, chapter 25. Um, Abraham married again. His new wife was named Keturah. She gave birth to Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. Jokshan was the father of Sheba and Dedan. The people of Asher, Leum, and Letish were descendants of Dedan. The sons of Midian were Ephah, Epher, Hanach, Abida, and Elder. All these sons came from the marriage of Abraham and Keturah. Before Abraham died, he gave some gifts to his sons who were from his slave woman. He sent them to the east away from Isaac. Then Abraham gave everything he owned to Isaac. So before he died, he done start breaking this stuff down. Isaac now got everything that Abraham owned. Verse 7. Abraham lived to be 175 years old. Then he grew weak and died. He had lived a long and satisfying life. He died and went to be with his people. His sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah. This cave is the field of Ephron, the son of Zoar. It was east of Mamre. This is the same cave that Abraham bought from the Hittites. He was buried there with his wife Sarah. So the same field that Abraham done brought Machpelah buried Sarah in, same field that his sons buried him in with his wife. Verse 11. After Abraham died, God blessed Isaac. Isaac was living at Beer-lahai-roi. Verse 12, this is the list of Ishmael's family. Ishmael was Abraham and Hagar's son. Hagar was Sarah's Egyptian maid. So Hagar was Abraham's wife maid that he ended up having a son with. These are the name of Ishmael's sons. The first son was Nebaioth, then Ketur was born, then Abiel, Mitsam, Mishma, Duma, Massa, Hadad, Tema, Jetur, Naphish, and Kedema. These were the names of Ishmael's sons. Each son had his own camp that became a small town. The 12 sons were leaders over their own people. Ishmael lived to be 137 years old. Then he died, went to be with his people. His descendants settled throughout the desert area of Havilah to Shur. This area begins near Egypt and goes toward Assyria. Ishmael's people were often at war with the other descendants of Abraham. Hmm. Okay, verse 19. This is the story of Isaac. Abraham had a son named Isaac. When Isaac was 40 years old, he married Rebekah. Rebekah was from Paddan Aram. She was Bethuel's daughter and the sister of Laban the Aramean. Isaac's wife could not have children, so Rebekah couldn't have kids. So Isaac prayed to the Lord for her. The Lord heard Isaac's prayer, and he allowed Rebekah to become pregnant. While Rebekah was pregnant, the babies inside her struggled with one another. She prayed to the Lord and said, "What is happening to me?" The Lord said to her, "The leaders of two nations are in your body. Two nations will come from you, and they'll be divided. One of them will be stronger, and the older will serve the younger." Verse 24. When the right time came, Rebekah gave birth to twins. The first baby was red. His skin was like a hairy robe, so he was named Esau. When the second baby was born, he was holding tightly to Esau's heel, so that baby was named Jacob. Esau was 60 years old. I'm sorry, Isaac, the daddy of the twins, was 60 years old when Jacob and Esau were born. Verse 27, the boys grew up. Esau became a skilled hunter. So Esau is the oldest twin. The oldest twin became a skilled hunter who loved to be out in the fields. But Jacob, which is the youngest twin, was a quiet man who stayed at home. Isaac loved Esau, which is the oldest twin, and he liked to eat the animals Esau killed. But Rebecca loved Jacob, which is the youngest twin. So the daddy liked the oldest twin, the mama favored the youngest twin. That's how they go. Um, verse 29. One day Esau came back from hunting. He was tired and weak from hunger. Jacob was boiling a pot of beans. So Esau said to Jacob, I'm weak with hunger. Let me have some of that red soup. That's why people call him red. But Jacob said, you must sell me your rights as the firstborn son. Esau said, I'm almost dead with hunger, so what good are these rights to me now? But Jacob said, first, promise me that you'll get him to me. So Esau made an oath to him and sold his rights as the firstborn son to Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and lentil soup. Esau ate the food, had something to drink, and then left. So Esau showed that he did not care about his rights as the firstborn son. So I just don't feel like it's that much hunger in the world. I could be wrong, but I'm just not seeing it. I'm just not seeing how there's that much hunger in the world. If I die, I die, so be it. Then you rightfully just get the birthrights. But me giving you birthrights for some lentil soup in the ancient time that about ain't even got no seasoning in it, not doing it. Not doing it at all, not doing it. So he done sold over his made an oath and sold over his birthrights as the firstborn child. Interesting. Chapter 26. Now there was a famine. A famine is a drought on food. A famine is extreme shortage on food. That's like if you go to Walmart, Kroger, Sam's, ain't no food up in there. It's extreme shortage on food. So that's what a famine is. Verse 1 in chapter 26, it said, now there was a famine. This was like the famine that happened during Abraham's life. So Isaac went to the town of Gerar to King Abimelech of the Philistines. The Lord spoke to Isaac and said, don't go down to Egypt. Live in the land that I commanded you to live in. Stay in this land and I'll be with you. I bless you. I give you and your family all these lands. I'll do what I promised to Abraham, your father. Give me a second. I'll make your family as many as the stars of heaven, and I'll give all these lands to your family. Through your descendants, every nation on earth will be blessed. I'll do this because your father Abraham obeyed my words and did what I said. He obeyed my commands, my laws, and my rules. So Isaac settled in Gerar. His wife Rebekah was very beautiful. The men of that place asked Isaac about Rebekah. He said, she is my sister. He was afraid to tell them Rebekah was his wife. He was afraid the men would kill him so that they could have her. He is just like his daddy. Did Abraham not do the same thing with Sarah? Just like your daddy, and you weren't even there. You know this stuff just be genetics. It just be all in the blood. Verse 8. After Isaac had lived there a long time, Abimelech looked out of his window and saw Isaac and his wife enjoying one another. Pause. So they done lived here for so long. How long y'all think y'all was gonna keep up with this lie? Abimelech, which is the king of Gerar, he's looking out the window. He see them enjoying one another. Ain't no telling what they were doing. They were probably having sex. They probably were kissing. He probably was smacking her on the butt. Ain't no telling what they were doing. But Abimelech see them looking outside the window. Verse 9. Abimelech called for Isaac and said, this woman is your wife. Why did you tell us that she was your sister? Isaac said to him, I was afraid that you would kill me so that you could have her. Verse 10, Abimelech said, you have done a bad thing to us. One of our men might have sex with your wife. Then he'll be guilty of a great sin. So Abimelech gave a warning to all the people. He said, no one must hurt this man or this woman. If anyone hurts them, they will be killed. Verse 12, Isaac planted fields in that place, and that year he gathered a great harvest. The Lord blessed him very much. Isaac became rich. He gathered more and more wealth until he became a very rich man. He had many flocks and herds and animals. He also had many slaves. All the Philistines were jealous of him, so they destroyed all the wells that Isaac's father, Abraham, and his servants had dug many years before. They filled them with sand, just being trifling. Verse 16, Abimelech said to Isaac, leave our country. You have become much more powerful than we are. Now, Abimelech is the king. Isaac is more powerful than the king at this point. He like, go ahead on. Verse 17, so Isaac left that place and camped near the little river of Gerar. He stayed there and lived. Long before this time, Abraham had dug many wells. After he died, the Philistines filled the wells with sand. So Isaac went back and dug those wells again. I know that's right. He gave them the same names his father had given them. Isaac's servant, verse 19, Isaac's servants also dug a well near the little river and found fresh water. But the men who herded sheep in the valley of Gerar argued with Isaac's servants. They said, this water is ours. So Isaac named the well Esek. He gave it that name because it was the place where they had argued with him. Then Isaac's servants dug another well, but there was an argument over this well too. So Isaac named that well Sitnah. Isaac moved from there and dug another well. No one came to argue about this well. So Isaac named it Rehoboth. He said, now the Lord has found the place for us. We'll grow and be successful in this place. From there, Isaac went to Beersheba. The Lord spoke to him that night and said, I'm the God of your father Abraham. Don't be afraid. I'm with you and I will bless you. I'll make your family great. I will do this because of my servant Abraham. So Isaac built an altar and worshiped the Lord in that place. He set up camp there and his servants dug a well. Abimelech came from Gerar to see Isaac. He brought with him Ahuzat, uh, his advisor. A husband, his advisor. A advisor is somebody who gives advice. So this is a husband is Abimelech's either mentor, counselor, teacher, somebody who give him advice. That's what an advisor is. So Abimelech came from Gerar to see Isaac. He brought with him Ahuzat, his advisor, and Phicol, the commander of his army, which is the leader of all his soldiers. Verse 27, Isaac asks, why have you come to see me? You were not friendly to me before. You even forced me to leave your country. They answered, now we know that the Lord is with you. We think that we should make an agreement. We want you to make a promise to us. We did not hurt you. Now you should promise not to hurt us. We sent you away, but we sent you away in peace. Now it is clear that the Lord has blessed you. So Isaac gave a party for them. They all ate and drank. Early the next morning, each man made a promise and a vow. Then the men left in peace. On that day, Isaac's servants came and told him about the well they had dug. The servant said, we found water in that well. So Isaac named it Shiva. And that city is still called Beersheba. When Esau was 40 years old, he married two Hittite women. One was Judith, one was Judith, the daughter of Beri. The other was Basemoth, the daughter of Elon. These marriages made Isaac and Rebekah very unhappy. So Isaac and Rebekah was gagged at Esau's marriage. They were like, ugh, yuck, Hittite woman, ew. Um, chapter 27, I'm sorry. Chapter 27, Isaac grew old and his eyes became so weak that he could not barely see. So that he cannot see clearly. So Isaac is going blind at this point. One day he called his oldest son Esau to him and said, son. Esau answered, here I am. Isaac said, I'm old. Maybe I die soon. So take your bow and arrows and go hunting. Kill an animal for me to eat. Prepare the food that I love. Bring it to me and I'll eat it. Then I'll bless you before I die. So Esau went hunting. Rebekah was listening when Isaac told this to his son Esau. So Rebekah in her ear hustling, hearing what Isaac telling her son, which is the oldest twin. Rebecca said to her son Jacob, listen, I heard your father talking to your brother Esau. Your father said, kill an animal for me to eat, prepare the food for me, and I eat it. Then, with the Lord as a witness, I bless you before I die. So listen, son, and do what I tell you. Go out to our goats and bring me two young ones. I'll prepare them the way that your father loves. She like, I know what he likes. Then you will carry the food to your father, and he'll bless you before he dies. But Jacob told his mother Rebekah, my brother Esau is a hairy man. I'm not hairy like him. If my father touches me, he'll know that I'm not Esau. Then he will not bless me. He'll curse me because I tried to trick him. Verse 13. So Rebekah said to him, I'll accept the blame if there is trouble. Do what I said. Go get the goats for me. She's adamant. Verse 14. So Jacob went out and got two goats and brought them to his mother. His mother cooked the goats in a special way that Isaac loved. Then Rebekah took the clothes that her older son Esau loved to wear. So she done went and got Esau clothes, put them on Jacob. So they're sent. She put these clothes on the younger son Jacob. She took the skins of the goats and put them on Jacob's hand and on his neck. Then she got the food she had cooked and gave it to Jacob. Jacob went to his father and said, Father. His father answered, Yes, son. Who are you? Mind you, this man can't see. Jacob said to his father, I'm Esau, your first son. I've done what you told me. Now sit up and eat the meat from the animals that I hunted for you. Then you can bless me. But Isaac said to his son, how have you hunted and killed the animals so quickly? Jacob answered, because the Lord your God allowed me to find the animals quickly. Verse 21. Then Isaac said to Jacob, come near me so that I can feel you, my son. If I can feel you, I know if you are really my son, Esau. I feel like, pause, the fact that you had the question, you knew. You wasn't sure, but you knew. Verse 22. So Jacob went to Isaac his father. Isaac felt him and said, your voice sounds like Jacob's voice, but your arms are hairy like the arms of Esau. Isaac did not know it was Jacob because his arms were hairy like Esau's. So Isaac blessed Jacob. Excuse me. Isaac said, are you really my son Esau? Jacob answered, yes, yeah, I am. Verse 25. Then Isaac said, bring me the food, I'll eat it and bless you. So Jacob gave him the food and he ate it. Then Jacob gave him some wine and he drank it. Then Isaac said to him, son, come near me and kiss me. So Jacob went to his father and kissed him. When Isaac smelled Esau's clothes, he blessed him and said, my son smells like the fields the Lord is blessed. May God give you plenty of rain, good crops and wine. May the nations serve you and many people bow down to you. You will rule over your brothers. Your mother's son will bow down to you and obey you. Whoever curses you will be cursed. Whoever blesses you will be blessed. Verse 30. Isaac finished blessing Jacob. Then, just as Jacob left his father Isaac, Esau came in from hunting. Ooh, this is getting messy. Verse 31. Esau prepared the food in a special way his father loved. He brought it to his father and said, Father, I'm your son. Get up and eat the meat from the animals that I killed for you. Then you can bless me. Pause. So I'm talking about Esau is just moments late. Wait a minute. Um, Esau is just moments late. Like, my thing is, if I would have saw my brother Jacob, I'd be like, for one, why you got my clothes on? Explain to me why you wearing my clothes and what's all this animal skin on you. Like, it should have raised the eyebrow. But anywho, verse 32. But Isaac said to him, who are you? He answered, I'm your son, your first son, Esau. Then Isaac became so upset that he began to shake. He said, then who is that? Who was it that cooked and brought me food before you came? I ate it all and I blessed him. Now it's too late to take back my blessing. When Esau heard his father's words, he became very angry and bitter. He cried out and said to his father, then bless me also, father. Isaac said, your brother tricked me. He came and took your blessing. Esau said, his name is Jacob. That's the right name for him. He has tricked me twice now. He took away my rights as the firstborn son, and now he has taken away my blessing. Then Esau said, have you saved any blessing for me? Isaac answered, I've already given Jacob the power to rule over you. And I said, all his brothers will be his servants. I have given him the blessing for much grain and wine. There is nothing left to give you, my son. Verse 36, 38. But Esau continued to beg his father, do you have only one blessing, father? Bless me also, father. Esau began to cry. Verse 39, then Isaac said to him, you will not live on good land. You will not have much rain. You will have to fight to live, and you will be a slave to your brother. But when you fight to be free, you will break away from his control, my Lord. Verse 41, after that, Esau hated Jacob because of this blessing. Esau said to himself, my father died soon. After we finish with that, I'll kill Jacob. Verse 42, Rebekah heard about Esau's plan to kill Jacob. She sent for Jacob and said to him, listen, your brother Esau is planning to kill you. So son, do what I say. My brother Laban is living in Haran. Go to him and hide. Stay with him for a short time until your brother stop being angry. When your brother forgets what you did to him, I send a servant to bring you back. I don't want to lose both of my sons the same day. Then Rebekah said to Isaac, your son Esau married Hittite women. I'm very upset about this because they are not our people. I have nothing to live for if Jacob marries one of these women. Pause. Rebekah is trifling. Rebecca is trifling because you would not have to worry about losing both of your sons on the same day had you not been sneaky and conniving and lied and tricked your husband into blessing the wrong son. But however, the Lord did say that this was going to happen when the twins was in Rebecca's belly giving her trouble. She was like, what's happening to me? The Lord said this was going to happen, like this two nations finna come from you and they gonna be against each other. And the older is gonna serve the younger. That's exactly what the Lord said. Uh, Chapter 28, and this our last chapter reading for today. And we not reading all of 28. We only reading to verse 9. Chapter 28, verse 1. Isaac called Jacob and blessed him. Then Isaac gave him a command and said, you must not marry a Canaanite woman. So leave this place and go to Paddan Aram. Go to the house of Bethuel, your mother's father. Laban, your mother's brother, which is your uncle, lives there. Marry one of his daughters. I pray that God all powerful will bless you and give you many children. I pray that you will become the father of a great nation, and that God will bless you and your children the same way he blessed Abraham, which is your granddaddy. And I pray that you will own the land where you live. This is the land God gave Abraham. Verse 5, so Isaac sent Jacob to Rebekah's brother and Paddan Aram. Jacob went to Laban, son of Bethuel the Aramean. Laban was the brother of Rebekah, the mother of Jacob and Esau. So this is his uncle. Verse 6, Esau learned that his father Isaac blessed Jacob and sent him away to Paddan Aram to find a wife there. So the other twin learning that his daddy just sent his other twin off to go get a wife there with his uncle on his mama's side. He also learned that Isaac commanded Jacob not to marry a Canaanite woman. Esau learned that Jacob obeyed his father and his mother and went to Paddan Aram. Esau saw from this that his father did not want his sons to marry Canaanite women. Esau already had two wives, but he went to Abraham's son Ishmael and married another woman. So Ishmael is Jacob's. Ishmael is the twins' uncle on their daddy's side. From the slave woman. Basically, they ain't got the same mama, but they got the same daddy. So Esau already had two wives. He learned like my dad don't even want me to have these wives that I have. Anyway, he went to Abraham's son Ishmael, which is his uncle, and married another woman, Maeleth, the daughter of Ishmael. Maeleth was Nebaioth's sister, and that's the end of our reading. So basically, um Rebecca and Isaac done blessed the youngest son, which is Jacob. They done blessed him to go to Rebecca's country or Rebecca's town to marry one of uh his uncle's daughters, which is his cousin. So one cousin is finna marry, one twin is finna marry one of his cousins on his mama's side, and the other twin about to marry a cousin from his daddy's side. And yeah, that's our reading on it today. And we're done. We'll be back. We 9 days in. Tomorrow we'll be back. We're doing good. I love y'all. Goodbye.